Hello everyone, welcome to the Adhurin region, AhdurinTCG to be precise. I'm your host, Adhurin himself, and as I just go through checking out what's new, this is the first time I'm opening TCG Live since since the new set, Perfect Order, has come in. So I'm just going to click on some things, and let's talk a little bit about Perfect Order. What are your thoughts about Perfect Order as I open up these Ascended Heroes packs here? I'm intrigued. I think there's a lot of cool cards there. I also think this is going to be a set that actually appears in stores, which is definitely going to be a plus. I haven't completed Ascended Heroes, right? Clearly not. There's still things being added to the collection here. But there's a lot of interesting Pokemon that are in there, and I think over the next few weeks we'll probably discover a few of those. This Wednesday for the Build and Battle Ultimate Challenge series, for example. That's a cute little snow run there. For the Build and Battle Ultimate Challenge series, is that the name of it? I don't even know the name of my own series. We're going to add the Perfect Order ones to that list, which is definitely very cool. There's a few decks in there that I think are going to be really intriguing, and of course some Pokemon that will make some massive impacts in the TCG, even if we don't recognize it, which is very exciting. As I go through all of these packs here, I'm kind of going a bit slow because I want to see things that are pretty cool. I want to talk a little bit about Perfect Order and the coolness of it. In fact, leave in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on Perfect Order as a set overall. Do you think this is going to be something that people are going to flock towards, down the line? Is this something that's going to be... it's giving me Journey Together vibes from last year. As we jump into the ladder board here, and look at that Zygarde. Big fella there. We jump into the leaderboard. I don't really jump on the leaderboard too much beyond like the challenge videos that I do on the TCG here, but we get some interesting Pokemon added here. All of these are Ascended Heroes Pokemon. There's one. There's the Shinx line. This Luxio is intriguing with that ability. If your active Pokemon opponent's active is an EX, then this Pokemon can evolve directly, which is very cool. You can go jump straight to Luxray, which I think is here. The 70 damage for each prize card you have taken. That's fun. That's intriguing because it does more damage in the late game, which is actually kind of fun. And then Strong Volt's a decent attack too, with 3 energies, 200, discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. That's not the worst thing in the world. I think this could work pretty well with like, with Dragonite maybe? That could be fun. Here's a Phantasmal Flames thing. I think I've completed Phantasmal Flames though. So let me just zoom through all these. I don't think, oh, maybe not. We don't have full playsets of every card there. We get a cool Meowth. That's fun. The Empoleon EX, Mega Sharpedo, and Dawn. Of course, gotta have Dawn. Very, very cool. Celebrate Mega Evolution Perfect Order with custom deck accessories. You guys end up, as you noticed in the various videos that I do, I don't actually end up putting any of these accessories, but I do find them cool. For some reason, I really like that coin, even though it's not much of anything. I find it cool. I'm a big fan of the color green here. We got here standard formation, featuring cards with H, I, and J regulation marks, and an exciting new campaign featuring Mega Zygarde EX. This is the rotation thing, which, speaking of, we're in rotation now, sort of, kind of, I think. We're gifting all trainers 8 starter decks from the new standard format. You can find them in your deck manager now, which is very, very cool. We got the ladder, Mega Evolution Strategy Guide, and here are the 8 decks in particular. You get Dragon Ball DX, Mega Charizard X, Mega Lucario, Mega Manectric, Mega Sharpedo, Mega Venusaur, and Zoroark, and Steven's Metagross. All 8 are pretty cool. All 8 are making some decent waves in competitive noise, and I kind of want to fiddle around with these in future videos. So the Monday videos, barring news or something interesting there, might be me just like testing out these decks and seeing the strategies behind them. I don't think it's going to be very enlightening if you are already a TCG Live player, or a TCG player in general, but it could be interesting to just dive into that and see what's new, what's going on, what the strategy of each of those decks are. We get some interesting rewards here, as expected. We got about a month-ish, and then here is the official situation here. As a new year, new standard format has begun rotating out all G characters, but giving trainers a chance to say goodbye to these cards and practice updating their decks in the Champions Training Grounds. Players can make decks that were legal in 2025 standard format, meaning cards with G, H, I, and J regulation marks are all legal. This is the new trainer trial, the EV one here. This goes until April 16th. Right, and then we've got the Battle Pass, of course. This is how I'm going to be adding most of this. We also get Mega Zygarde X, EX, which is going to add a few things. So this deck, we'll see what it's constructed of. Lunatone, Solrock, Binacle, Barbaracle, a few of them as you can see there. We'll probably look into that deck in a future video. And then the Mega Zygarde EX is the big thing here. There's 3 of them, I think, in the collection. 3 of them in the deck, which this Pokemon's intriguing to me. 3 Fighting Energy Gaia Wave, 200 damage, and this Pokemon takes 30 less on the next turn. That's a pretty decent attack, though the energy cost is big. And then Nullifying Zero is a fun one, if maybe not the best. I don't know. For each of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin of heads. It does 150 to that Pokemon. That feels wild, although that also feels like something that gets hard shut off by Shaman. I don't know. But nevertheless, 310 health is not too shabby. And then with Pokemon like Barbaracle, which you just saw, you can throw energies on this guy like nobody's business, which is definitely pretty fun. Meowth EX. I have pulled 1 Meowth EX in real life so far. I don't know if decks are running 2. I think this one apparently is running 2. With that ability, Last Ditch Catch. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to the bench, you can search your deck for a supporter, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Very, very good. Though it is one of those things that you have to play it properly, because if you don't play it properly, you grab a supporter that isn't as useful, and then now you've got a Meowth EX with only 170 health sitting on your bench. Its attack does put it back into your hand, which is nice, but it's only 60 damage. It requires 3 energy. It feels kind of eh. One thing I will maybe mention, I think this could work, right? If you throw Meowth EX, it's active, and you attach the I can't remember the official name for it. The triple energy one, the one that counts to 3 energy. Oh no, but that has to be an evolved Pokemon. This isn't evolved. Never mind. Ignore what I said there. I'm remembering this now itself. So yeah, the Meowth EX is feels like a end of game, place this down to win the game sort of thing, like searching for a boss or searching for a needed supporter, a Dawn or something. I don't know. It's intriguing there. You got Blood Moon Ursaluna from Shroud of Fable, which is pretty interesting. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you can attach up to 2 basic fighting energies from this guy to this guy. That's pretty good. Does 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Isn't too bad either. That's a pretty hard-hitting Pokemon. And then if you have ways to moving energies around, then you can actually move this onto Mega Zygarde if need be. Fez, of course. We got 1,000 Fezes, I think. Cornerstone makes sense. That makes sense in this deck, fighting type deck and all. And then we get into the supporters, Boss, of course. I didn't see which set that was. I assume that's Boss from older sets. Energy Switch, like I said, you can move energies around. That's definitely nice. Fighting Gong, of course. Lilies, of course. Ultra Ball. Core Memory. This is a trainer. The tool is kind of like TMs in a way. Mega Zygarde EX can use the attack on here, but you need the energies for it. For 4 energies, it does 350 and discards all energy from this Pokemon. That is basically knocking out anything. I don't know if there's any... what is it? Is it Mega Venusaur or Mega Emboar? I think is 380. Mega Venusaur might be close to there. But otherwise, yeah, this is knocking down basically everything. Intriguing. Not sure how good it'll be. Judge is going to be the Iono, I think, for at least a little bit of time. Shuffle, draws 4. I like it better than Iono, but that might be because Iono was typically used against me and I wasn't using Iono, so that might be biased talking there. Pokepad, hello. Impossible to find in real life, although Perfect Order has been nicer to me. Or at least the build and battle boxes exist. Tarragon, the supporter. We talked about all of these cards in the past, but in case you didn't see that video, we'll talk about, as we've been doing, talk about some of the cards here. Put up to 4 any combination of fighting Pokemon and basic fighting energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Great late game card to be able to refuel your hand and feeding into the Barbaracles, the Ursalunas, etc. We got Team Rocket's Petrol, which is going to be the generic search card, I think, going forward. Colress's Tenacity. Searching for stadiums and energies. This feels like the way to search for energies now that Earth and Vessel is going to be gone. Or at least it is for me, but I'm also running a grass deck, so that kind of fuels into it. Night Stretcher is there. Area 0. We know about this guy. And then A-Spec is Scramble Switch. Switch your active with your bench. If you do, you may move any amount of energies from the Pokemon to the new active. Boom. You got Blood Moon Ursaluna in the front. Swap it out with Zygarde. Push all the energies. Something like that is the first thing I think of. Rock Scouting, Air Balloon, a lot of fighting energies, unsurprisingly. Cool. That's an overview of the deck. You can see the breakdowns here. If you want to look at how many cards are in the deck, obviously, maybe not ideal numbers. And also, you can see how much of this I have and how much I don't. But it's definitely fun. And also, we got the little layout here. That's really all I wanted to do. We can see the little battle pass. Woo. Very fun. And it goes into, I just want to see, these are from Perfect Order, right? The Superior line. Right, because it's part of the build and battle sets. This is very cool. We'll go into all of this In future videos, you'll see maybe openings and stuff like that online. We got about 7 weeks to go through it, which is very, very exciting. But I thought I would just open it up, see what it is, talk about Perfect Order with you, mainly bring this as a discussion point of what you guys want to think about and see in Perfect Order going forward. So that wraps this video up here. Very short, very sweet, hopefully bite-sized. But I'm excited to see what you guys are talking about with Perfect Order. I'm very intrigued about the format in this set, and I hope you are as well. That ends us here. Thank you everyone for listening, watching, and supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do. Until next time, take care.